Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. I'm David Crum, managing attorney at our law firm and author of the book Confessions of a Divorce Assassin. Today I'm going to talk to you about divorce mediation, which can be one of the most efficient, cost-effective, and least hurtful ways to handle your divorce case. It's fantastic, and our firm has literally done hundreds of mediations for people in our community. But divorce mediation is not for everyone. And in this video, I'm going to help you understand what this process is all about, if it's a good fit for your case, and the next steps to take if divorce mediation is actually right for you. So what is divorce mediation? Well, in its most simple form, divorce mediation is a process in which the parties hire one attorney who acts not as an attorney in their case, but as a neutral mediator who helps them work through all of the issues in their case and ultimately prepares a settlement of their issues that is then presented to the court. Now, one major advantage of mediation is that it is much less costly than a normal divorce. Why? Because instead of hiring two attorneys who fight on either side, you're simply hiring one mediator, so the overall cost is a lot less, and the cost is actually predictable. Very often, our firm, for example, will handle mediations on a flat fee, so you know exactly what you're paying rather than simply paying an open-ended retainer for a normal divorce. Another advantage is that mediations are done completely outside of court. So you avoid the lengthy delays of having a court case, you keep your information private, and it's done on your time schedule. So you can do it as slowly or as quickly as you want. And that's typically the quickest way to get a divorce case resolved. Now, the final advantage, and probably the most important, is that it really reduces the animosity in your divorce. So even if you have bad feelings toward your spouse, this process will allow you to quickly move through those issues and to avoid the lengthy and hurtful litigation that people so often associate with divorce. Now, I'm sure all of this sounds great to you, right? But you might be asking, well, who is this actually good for? What kind of couples do well in mediation? Well, divorce mediation is good for couples who might not agree on everything, but at least have enough lines of communication open that they can work with a third party to resolve their issues. As long as you can talk and still consider each other's positions, a good mediator will help you work through your issues even if it's uncomfortable and you still have some anger around your marriage. But the ability to still communicate has to be there in order for mediation to work for you. Divorce mediation is also good for people who want to effectively co-parent and be able to have an ongoing relationship as their kids grow up. You see, litigated divorce is often hurtful in a relationship to such an extent that the parties find it very difficult to get over and they have a hard time communicating after they've been fighting in court for a long time. So mediation is a wonderful way to try to preserve whatever type of relationship you would like to have with your ex moving forward. Now, before you get too excited about divorce mediation, you do need to know who it's not good for. Divorce mediation is never good for couples in which domestic violence is an issue. And I'm talking about violence against either of the parties. If an attorney believes that domestic violence is an issue in your case, that attorney should not handle your case as a mediator. Also, relationships in which there's an extreme imbalance of power are also not good for mediation. This can result in one side exerting a lot of influence over the other and maybe not reaching an agreement that is fair. I want you to understand that the mediation process involves a little bit of give and take, some creative problem solving, and some cooperation. For couples that have this enormous power imbalance, I've found that to be very unhelpful and really inappropriate for divorce mediation. The last thing that I would have you consider is whether you have issues that really need a lot of advocacy, that there are some issues for which you do need someone in your corner fighting hard. An example of this would be a case in which one side is really seeking to limit custody because of some bad things the other parent is doing. Another example would be a case in which a large award of alimony might be appropriate, but the amount is highly in controversy. For those types of cases, you may want to seek out independent counsel rather than mediation, although you can always take an initial look at mediation to see if it's something that still might work for you. If you think that mediation might be right for your case, there are some very specific steps you need to take. First, you need to find someone who can actually mediate your case. Now, this should always be an experienced divorce attorney who's qualified and experienced in handling mediations. So look for someone who puts that out there front and center, not someone who's talking about this as a simple add-on to their normal services. Once you find that person, both you and your partner should contact the mediator to schedule a joint consultation. And in that consultation, the mediator should take you through the mediation process, identify what your legal issues will be, and evaluate whether or not your case is right for mediation. Now, I can't speak for how other law firms handle the mediation process, but if you come to our firm, for example, and we determine that you're a good mediation candidate, we'll have you sign a mediation fee agreement, and we will begin by scheduling your initial mediation session. Between your consultation and your first session, we'll likely have you gather the information that we're going to need to help settle your case. This could include things like your pay stubs, mortgage statements, statements for retirement accounts. If necessary, we will schedule more than one mediation session, and when you have finally reached a full agreement, our firm will prepare the documents for you to file with the court to finalize your divorce. Okay, I know that's a lot to think about. Listen, divorce mediation is without a doubt one of the best ways to handle your divorce if it's right for you. Our attorneys have handled hundreds of successful mediations, and we would love to talk to you about your situation if you think mediation is right for you. You can simply call our office and schedule initial consultation for you and your partner, or you can submit an online case evaluation, and a member of our team will reach out to you. But remember, all initial meetings will be done with both you and your partner. I have thoroughly enjoyed my time here with you. Hang in there, because I know how tough this time in your life can be. Be nice to each other, and I look forward to hearing from you.